would be Spύρου of Greece, and then there's also at the bottom somebody whose name I won't even attempt to pronounce. Gymnasia is her first name. Madagascar's Gymnasia. We'll see what she does. There she is, and you go ahead and try that. Beautiful name. Doesn't roll off my tongue having not seen it before. Off they go now. The 3,000, if you're familiar, it's not anything like the 100 or the 400 meters we've seen. They're just gonna set a pace, just get comfortable. Basically 10 laps. So there's all kinds of strategy and tactics, and believe me, the favorites know what. And there's a couple of girls right out front, running in tandem. Communications are going on, pre-race strategy, and then when you get to the end, it's just you sprint with what you have left. 7 laps to go.
Vasiliya, Spírù, Greece, Algeria, Jurasilade, Charisma, Leonardo Pavlin, Croatia, Jennifer Fernandez Vaz, Brazil, Claudette Uwimbabe, Rwanda, Yue Luo, China, Mariam Azrou, Morocco, Lamia Hemi, Morocco, Si Romley, Taipei, and Donasia Razafimi Handasoa, Moldavia.
Spyrou. And the 2 Moroccans. Luo. Oh, sorry, I had the wrong line there. Azrur and Himi. And they're easing on down the road past the Greek girl. And this is so much of an advantage to be able to run with a teammate that you've trained with. And, you know, who knows who'll win this. And at the end, it's going to be, you know, there's no teamwork at the end. One of them's going to try to beat the other. But to just have the pacing, to be able to let the other one lead, and then you essentially draft for a little while, and then you swap it out. But what a tactical advantage. And, by the way, they're pretty good, too, and they're starting to really put the pressure on it. Believe me, mentally, it takes a toll on anybody chasing. And checking their qualifying times, 1, 2, 3, with the Greek girl being the fastest, and the 2 Moroccans 2, 3, which you would expect. You see very calm in the face and the posture is really solid. 3 laps to go. Starting to open up a little bit more daylight on the Greek girl. The girls' ISF record over this distance, 9 minutes 49 and 16/100ths. Goreca from England did that 9 years ago. Greek girl right there, though. And they're starting to open it up a little. You see a little bit of the hand communication as they swap the lead. Morocco at the Olympics, 19 of their 23 medals have been won in athletics. The other 4 are boxing medals. The most decorated, of course, Hicham El Garouji with 3 medals in athletics, 2 gold between 2000 and 2004. He is, of course, one of the ambassadors here at GYMNASIADE Morocco. What an opportunity for him to be a part of this great event. So many of the young athletes who have looked up to him over the years and patterned their training. And so for him, it's really a labor of love to be assisting with this great event. Again, the 3,000-meter final, 2 Moroccans on home soil, starting to put the hammer down. The Greek girl behind needs to do a little bit of work to stay up there. Here, adding another chapter to a powerful history in the middle distances. The Moroccan athletes. They're running clearly in tandem, but at some point, the friendship and the camaraderie of teammates is going to be thrown aside, and there'll be a wicked sprint to the end, unless maybe they'll, if they can manage to hold off the Greek girl, maybe they'll just decide to cross at the same time. We've seen that before. You have to give Spύρου so much credit to be hanging right there. And we are into the, let's see, that would be the bell lap because they rang the bell. Now it's on. Who has the legs? Still right there. Spύρου hanging on. Azrur 1, Himi 2, and they're starting to pull away. And barring a collapse, which you're not going to see both Moroccan girls collapse, this is going to be Morocco on top of the podium. What does Spύρù have left? He's trying to kick it in. And now can Himi catch her teammate? And there you go, 1, 2, 3, just as it was for most of this race. Tremendous efforts from all 3 girls. And for all these girls, chasing personal bests, this is just the beginning of what they hope is a long chapter in the middle distances, as they're all hunting spots in an Olympics down the road. Azrur wins just a couple hundredths of a second ahead of her teammate Himi. And now, interviews. Azrour just had enough to hold off Himi. Very, very disciplined the whole race. They got up right behind Spύρου right at the beginning, shadowed her, then they made their move about halfway through, and then it was intimidating to see the two Moroccan girls pacing ahead of her, the Greek girl, and but that's where they finished. Checking back at the young girl from Greece, Azrour and Himi. Azrour in the gold medal position, number 1. Himi, her teammate. And what a spectacle it was to see those two running in tandem. Very little between the two, but they kind of broke down their competition. And then it was just between the two of them, and Azrour getting ready to climb onto the number 1 perch, takes the gold medal. See the girl from Greece just enjoying the moment for Azrour. Spύρου enjoying the moment for herself, but also with the two local girls. Keeping the grand history of great middle distance running for the Moroccans. Obviously, they've had their fair share of Olympic medals over the years. Gold would be right there, at the top of that list. Of course, would be the great Hisham Al Gharouj, 3 medals in athletics, and no doubt a